H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And today, hold up, yeah. Oh, I hit the wrong button. And today is Monday. It's Monday. It's Monday. And I can't wait. It's Sweet 16. I can't wait. Got some questions to ask y'all. There, I see you, D Holcomb. I see you, Darrell Anderson. I see you, Jeremy Davis. I see you. Matter of fact, let me share the show. Because sometimes when sometimes I forget to not share the show when I come on without the introduction. So, and usually during the introduction, I can share the show. So let me share the show. Sorry about Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Um, my signal wasn't working good, and it was delayed, and I don't like it. If y'all know anything about me, I'll deal with a bad picture, but I can't deal with bad audio. It's just not going. I can't do it. I just can't do it. And but I'm trying to share it with everybody. Hold on, y'all. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Y'all should be doing it right now too. Share it with your friends because this one gonna be. Well, I mean, come to think of, all of them be all of them be pretty good, but this one, I got some stuff I need y'all's help with. Y'all don't understand, man. Y'all think I be up here. Y'all think y'all be getting stuff. I be getting stuff from y'all. Tonight, TSU women basketball is back into action. Round two in a WNIT action. They playing against Louisiana Tech in Ruston, Louisiana. Uh, so they'll be down there with that one. What else I got? What else I got? Uh, yeah, all is good. All is good. All is good. So I'm Pomeranda. Man, I saw man, wait a minute, man, hold up. Pomeranda. Was that true what you tweeted? Uh y'all, I'll get to that in a minute, but let me shout out to everybody. I see Thaddeus Moody there. I see Keith Fobb there. What's up? What's up? I see you, Eric. I see y'all need to share this show. This is gonna be epic. It's gonna be epic. Cause Thad Moody, y'all help me. We grown men out here. And Paul, you got to accept some of this blame too. Because it's two sides. No, it's three sides to every story. Paul's side, their side, and somewhere in the truth. Paul. Hey, see, Fob even saw it. I'm trying to find what you said, man. Hold up. Let me see. Can I find it, man? Because I couldn't believe it. I said, spit on. Spit on. Spit on. Hold up, y'all. Let me see. Paul Miranda. Let me look you up, Paul. Paul, let me see. Paul, let me make sure, y'all. This summer basketball stuff is uh uh it's getting crazy. It's uh it's getting crazy. This man tweeted. Uh hold on. Hold on. Okay, that's Paul. Yeah, he's there. Okay, Paul. Hold on. Let me keep going. Hold on. I'm trying to find it, Paul. And I just couldn't even believe it. You go to a summer basketball game, and please help me understand why you continue to try to create a narrative. Oh, somebody mad at you, Doc. Uh, uh, I'm trying to see, Paul, where it started. But you said you had been, I guess you was there covering a basketball game. Oh, the coach spit on you from last year. I remember that. But Paul, spit on me. I'm gonna leave that alone because I can't say it. I'm gonna leave that alone. Uh, Paul, I saw a tweet where you said, "Here I am." Hold up, but you said something. I hope to not get spit on. I'm trying to find the text. I should have kept the text, but I didn't. And Paul, I know it's some ignorant ass Negroes, excuse my language, in this summer basketball community, right? He said everything was fine on Saturday, no problem. Then on Sunday, all of a sudden, dude cussing me out before I even got to the game. How can he cuss you out before you get to the game? Y'all got to help me. Y'all, this the stuff I'm talking. Come on with it, Paul. We ain't gonna stop today. This the kind of stuff I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. When I saw this, I can't find it. Y'all know I'm not good at this Twitter mess. Cause all it is a mess. Elon Musk on this site, and y'all cussing and talking crazy to each other. The drive engagement to make Elon Musk rich. Okay, it's definitely violent. Hold up now. What did you say? Hold on. You said something, and somebody might have sent it to me. I forgot how I got it. Paul, could you tell me what was? Then you said, I didn't just get here. I've been fighting for kids to go to college. Okay. There's a reason why people listen. I don't tolerate, I don't know, say I don't get all that. Y'all doing too, Paul. First of all, Paul, you're doing too much on social media, bro. You had the man there live. Why didn't you say all of this stuff live? You're talking too much on social media, man. You tried to do me like that, but I called you and said, hey, wait a minute, let's get this shit straight. I don't play around on social media. Paul, don't tell me to go to no damn video. Why are you on social media? All I'm hearing is right here, you 28 minutes ago. Didn't this stuff happen yesterday? No, we didn't talk out our stuff. Paul, let me let you know. Me and you didn't talk out our stuff. I just didn't want to continue talking about that mess. Because I can see that you don't have I knew you didn't know what you was talking about. When a person don't know what they talking about, I back up and just stop talking to that person. Sometimes, see, you think me and you talked it out. We really didn't talk it out. No, we didn't. But guess what? I ain't mad at nobody. I'm just letting you know. But all I'm seeing is, and I didn't realize this, you constantly on social media. Parents, tell me this is the kind of coach you want for your kid to have. Paul, Paul, Paul. There's too many tweets, man. Paul, every time you tweet, you make Elon Musk more richer. Every time you tweet, but you talking about a platform, so you proud, Paul? Y'all, he said, that's my platform. Your platform is Twitter? I thought you had a show. I thought you had a show. The Real Talk. So Twitter is not your platform. This not my platform. YouTube and what's their name? Facebook. It's their platform. But I don't know what's going on. You send me a video, but I can't see what's happening in the video. I'm just looking at you. If I knew nothing about this situation, you and this guy arguing, all I sit up here and I'm looking at. Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. Paul, and Paul, I'm hoping I'm helping you. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, some of them, now you get to talking about some kids. This score was a certain amount of money. This score was a certain amount. That's all I'm trying to figure out is, Paul, I just don't understand why, dude, it's your platform, but is it your platform to antagonize? Because what happens is why are we talking about somebody spitting on somebody? Didn't nobody spit on you this weekend? And I'm just trying to figure out, because somebody sent it to me. Only reason see, what y'all can't say while we talking about it, but you're putting it out in private spaces, and people in the boom boom room said, Mr. Hatter, what's going on right here? I remember last year you got into it with the what's the name of them people from ASAC? It was a coach. Coach was talking crazy to the players and the mamas and all that kind of stuff. That was last year. So we coming back again in 2025 with the same exact arguments? And by the way, shout out to Vonzel. He didn't call and tell me. Somebody called and told me they gave a great event up there this weekend. And and um, and people in Houston need to follow. Maybe y'all need to go up there and watch some of them events because they said it was a great event. Great, it was just a better brand event. It's just people's opinions, not my opinions. So when y'all get this splicing, so I'm just trying to see. He said Twitter has always been a platform. I cut my show when I was not, but Paul, I got this quote. Okay. But Paul, is Twitter a place you tell people that people spit on you? I'm not sure. See, I wasn't up there. Y'all, I knew nothing about this event. Ain't nobody told me about it. Ain't nobody said nothing to me. Ain't nobody text me nothing about it. Nobody told me nothing about it. I don't know nothing about it. I can't talk about no players because ain't nobody told me nothing about no players. But I got your tweet, that tweet, and it said, then you talking about I didn't get here. I didn't just get here. I've been fighting for kids. But somebody, George Clay said, Paul Miranda, keep working hard and helping these kids. So I know you've been doing something, and this ain't the ball. I'm just trying to just stop. Paul, it's just so much madness out here, man. I'm just thinking about us. He said, you saying I've been fighting for kids to go to college and programs and even handlers. What you said? You said program director. I've been fighting for your kids. I guess you've been fighting for even the handlers over the years. There's a reason why people listen to you, because you don't tolerate bullshit stuff. Ask around. I have been very consistent in what I do. It's to make the game better for the kids. And I believe that. But you say your truth serum hurts. Does your truth serum heals? I'm asking. Because you said my truth serum hurts and they can't stand it for me. Do you have any healing Because this community is hurting. We need somebody to help heal it, not hurt it. We got enough of hurting. Everybody think they tough and everybody got their chest stuck out. You mess with my kid, all of that. My kid, ain't now one of these your kids. Your son can't play. But you say, I don't make no money to do this. I have a job and other stuff. Okay. But I'm trying to get to the one that alarmed me when you talked about people were spitting. He said, your staff, okay, here we go, Mr. Odoms. I have no hidden agendas. Everything was fine yesterday. Why the problem today? Your staff ain't nothing but a bunch of wannabe thugs. Yo, this stuff is Elon Musk saying, this is what Elon Musk said back saying, let these Negroes keep doing this. Let them keep doing this. Your staff ain't nothing but a bunch of wannabe thugs. I said that man of your stature support brothers and do childish stuff in front of everyone. The guy said, please. I'm just trying to say, my problem is, and I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave this alone, Eric Ridgway, because it's sickening to me. You had all of these gentlemen in the same place. And instead of talking about it, they tweeted about it. Wow. Paul, no. Instead of talking about it, wow. I ain't gonna give no much more time, Paul. Paul, I promise you it's a better way. Paul, there's some people be on this feed and watching this feed and in this grassroots basketball community that I just want to, the stuff that I can put on Twitter. I'm trying to heal this community instead of hurting. Rick Brown, if you want to know the truth on why he's doing it to be happy, I don't want nobody to tell me. I just want the Twitter stuff to stop. See, Rick Brown, you weren't listening to me. This could have been taken care of in the gym this weekend instead of me talking about it today. We wouldn't even have me talking about it. All they wanted to do is fight. Why they just want to fight? Well, Paul, sometimes you might have to give a fight. Just sometimes. Sometimes. Somebody said, if you can't get along, let's get along. I just want, let's not, it shouldn't get to me. Listen, don't come on here and tell me what to talk about on this show. Tune off and go on another show. I'm talking about this one because this was sent to me this morning. I get sick of y'all who don't give nothing and no time and no energy trying to tell somebody what to do. Please, come on. I ain't trying to tell you wherever you at. I don't never try to tell nobody what they're doing, wherever they at. I don't care what you're doing. I don't get in nothing. I don't come over there. Oh, they sent me this and people were alarmed. I got several texts. And all I'm trying to say, we're still doing this. That's all. And I guess y'all want to move on and talk about the NCAA tournament that ain't going to free y'all from getting nothing, but somebody can be harmed by this. That's why I'm glad I do my show and don't let none of you Negroes tell me what to do and how to run it. No, no, sir. Go get your own. Then I'll come on your show. But I ain't going to try to tell you what to do on it. Ever. But shout out to Mr. Odoms, Paul Miranda. Man, I wish one day y'all just sit back and go get something to eat. Guess what? Go get something to eat and send me the bill. But I want y'all to leave there with some kind of evidently both of y'all, if y'all still coaching and these guys still coach, evidently something about this game y'all love or something about this thing y'all love. Are y'all just in it for, because some of these people just in it to go look at mama. Some of these people just look at it. I know some of them, right? I know. I know you're getting, I'm getting tweets about stuff. Paul, I'm getting tweets. You got to realize, Paul, let me help you. You live in Dallas, but you watch this show. I call your name out on this show. So guess what people say? Paul Miranda, all right? Hatter, you need to check up on it. Is he all right? This how the people came to me. So he sent me the thing and I said, wait a minute, hold up. Wait a minute. I called Paul, didn't I text you or something? Yeah, I think I text you. I meant to. I just wanted to make sure what's going on. But y'all, these kind of little tidbits and stuff, it turns into something deeper. It turns into something deeper, Paul. And Paul, one of these days, y'all might have to make a stand. And then who get hurt? The kids. All of y'all talk about the kids. Y'all doing it for the kids. Y'all know I don't believe that no more. Y'all done showed me too much that make me say y'all ain't. Because I know if I come on this show and tell kids not to tweet back and forth, but with Mr. Miranda and them other coaches tweeting back and forth, absolutely. Calling nobody. I told y'all, calling anybody a thug, that's not good. Calling somebody a thug, you're right, that's not good. But how, what can we do? Yo, I got both of the people on here. What can we do to make it right? I'll fly to Dallas and mediate. I'm going to show you something. Because it's a spirit out here right now, y'all, that I just, in summer basketball, and my son played in this summer basketball. I had a team in this summer basketball. I sponsored a team in basketball, Mr. Odom, just in case you didn't know. So I've lived through all of this grassroots basketball. And things ain't always went my way. Mr. What's my man name? I'm sorry. Mr. Odom, ain't always went my way. Mr. Odom, you can do everything for somebody, a million things for somebody. And you do one thing that they don't like, or one thing in this basketball community, one thing they gonna like, they gonna forget about all the good things you did for them. They mad at you about this one time you told them no. Or one time you talked about somebody else's program and didn't talk about theirs. I've been dealing with this stuff. But do we have to? I'm just saying. Somebody called me last night Stay here, Mr. Odom, because I'm going to tie something into it. Somebody said, Robert, they asked me a question. He said, Robert, was that the most boring NCAA men's tournament first round weekend in memory? Mr. Odom, I got you, Mr. Odom. Mr. Odom, we ain't going to do, hey, Mr. Odom, on the Chop Shop, we on here to heal. We ain't here to hurt, okay? Let's get this straight, right? On this platform right here, just watch me. Watch the lead. Forget about whatever happened this weekend. Just watch my lead. Just watch the lead. Watch the lead. Paul, come on now. See, I need to be right there. Y'all, hey, Paul Miranda, Mr. Odom, if you need to contact me, Chop Shop Htx at gmail.com. Send me your number, I'll call you. I'll come up to Dallas. Get y'all in the room. I'll get y'all some boxing gloves. Let's just get this stuff out the way. Because what? Our young student athletes are having a harder time being recruited now than ever. When I get through with y'all today for the rest of this week, y'all won't understand what I'm talking about. Instead of arguing back and forth, we need to be researching how can we get our kids, what way can we posture our kids? How can we get our kids better so they can be ready to play soon as they walk on campus? Because it's hard. Y'all, the text that I got, yes, I am texting. Y'all arguing this weekend. I'm in conference with Black Division I coaches this weekend, talking about how they need to start working with each other better and quit hating on each other like y'all do in summer basketball. Paul Miranda, that ain't your business who be coaching somebody. Somebody want them kids to coach them. Some people want them. They see now you up on your high horse. See, you can't tell about if somebody's parents must like them dudes. Somebody would say the same. Listen, somebody said this about you, and I wouldn't let. I'm gonna go here. Why would somebody listen to a guy that do all that old crazy ass tweeting? I said, no. Leave Paul Miranda. That's Paul Miranda. So I sit there and say, that's the way you are. That's the way them guys are. What can you do to help them? See, y'all always weak. Negativity. It's some people on here right now looking at me upside my head right now. I know it. But you know what I tell them? Y'all already know. Shaniqua said, what I missed, but it sounds disappointed and unprofessional. Thank you, baby. It's disappointing. Let me tell you something. You hearing me, you understand it's very unprofessional. Everything about this is unprofessional and disappointing. Thank you. I need a lady on here to tell me. Let me put it up on the screen so y'all won't think I said it. Be an example to our young men. We need to see at these tournaments. Thank you. That's all I'm talking about. And it took a lady to say it. Because some of the people who want me to move on, they do this stupid ass stuff at tournaments, right? They do this. They've been doing it. It's rough out here in these grassroots streets. Hold up, man. Hold up. Hold up, y'all. I got to turn on something right quick. Boy, I love this. I love this show. Y'all need to share this show because I ain't even got to the good part. But thank you, Paul. Thank you, Mr. Odom. Man, let me tell you something. We got to be professional about it. Ain't nothing stopping Mr. Odoms and Paul from being professional about this thing from here on at 12:30 on, but them two individuals. Nothing stopping y'all. Nothing. You can immediately stop talking. He can immediately stop talking, and then we can listen, and then we can get on with this show. Y'all don't have to comment no more. Y'all done commented enough. Mr. Dotson, they didn't commented enough. We got to do, I'm sitting on the phone talking to coaches. I'm watching, and everybody bragging, yeah, about it's barely any upsets, lots of blowouts, no Cinderellas to the Sweet 16. Just one last second game winner. Wasn't no shining moments. See, there you go with your truth, son. Your truth ain't my truth. Paul, your truth ain't their truth. Who are you to say what the truth is? Let me rewind that. Somebody help me, y'all. Who? Man, I keep killing me when people talking about the truth. Now he calling, see, Paul. Now you calling Rick Brown out of his name. So it seems like the problem lies with you. Paul, I've seen you argue with Jimmy. I've seen you argue with me, and I straighten you out immediately. Now you argue. Paul seemed like the common denominator. Is you. Paul. Hey. I'm sitting there laughing. Somebody saying the NIL is taking, it's taking the mid-majors out. Well, what happened to Texas then? Atlanta. What happened to Texas? What happened to Texas, Alfio? Alfio, you always, I hate to get on you, but tell me when my kids get back in class. I'm trying to find some. Coach, they got me. What the hell are these people talking about? Hold up. Paul, wait a minute, hold up, y'all. Hold up. Paul, you ought to cut it out, man. And you can't stop. You can't stop, baby boy. And I feel bad, man. And I'm glad I brought up this subject because we always we got to stop though, y'all. I just don't like it, man. I'm sorry, man. Because what I learned, Paul, the world's most intelligent people that I've been around consistently keep an open mind and are willing to change their opinion when presented with new information. That's a good one. The problem with everybody having an opinion is everybody having an opinion. Well, hold on. Where my March Madness bracket? Where my bracket at? All of these March Madness bracket. Y'all look how I stopped. I started right here and just stopped. What the hell I'm wasting my time doing this stuff for? It's just my opinion. Rick Brown, I don't want to hear it. I don't want Rick Brown, you already know this ain't the spot for this now. So Vanzel had a great event up there, right? This weekend. And y'all still can't get along. Coach, y'all can't stop. Y'all, we got some guys out here that just can't stop. They just can't stop. I'm trying. Listen, y'all watch it. If you believe in God, He's so great. He gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. He could have gave us 2 mouths now. He God. He could have gave us 2 mouths. He wanted you to listen more. Social media is so much better when you simply block stupid people. Not muting, not ignoring, not unfollowing. Block that ass. Eliminate the triggers that access your energy. See, I got good energy about this. I just can't believe these guys doing this. I want to see this guy Stephen Hawkins once said, let me get it right. When you think you know something, you are subconsciously sending the message to yourself that you don't need to learn more about it. That's harmful. It's harmful. And we always talk about these kids. You're bringing this to kids, the kids, the kids. But MLK, everybody know him. Y'all love him, right? But he said the function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that's the goal of a true education. So we got Paul Miranda over here. He say he's having influence over kids on his tweets. We got Coach Odoms over here. He got kids there. Both of y'all got young men that's watching y'all and seeing this. But the world's most intelligent people, y'all, they keep an open mind. But we won't. But this weekend, I'm sure the numbers were great on TV, and second weekend should be good. But I saw some things. I saw the little kid, what's his name? What's the little guard? What's his name? Ashworth from Creighton, running his mouth, talking about, watch this, y'all, watch this.
Half of his threes against Louisville. Half of his threes against Louisville. Half of his threes.
Talking about you can't guard him. And guess what? Ain't hit a point since. Think he was 1 for 6 the rest of the way. We had Rick Pitino benching his best player, the Big East Player of the Year, benching him. I learned a new term this weekend. Y'all heard of this term called chalk? CHALK, chalk, and use it. Get some chalk. See, everybody says a great event in Dallas, Houston team represented, but you got guys arguing and stuff. Tell me what was great about the event in Dallas, Mr. Sam. What was great about it? I wasn't there. You didn't say it was a good event. You said it was a great event. What was great about the event this weekend? An event that got 2 grown men on social media the next day going at each other. Tell me what was great about it. When you put your comments up there, I'll come back to it. Let me keep. But I learned this thing because I was talking about the NCAA. Somebody said the NCAA tournament, Robert, it was chalk. There were no upsets anymore. Chalk. It is chalk. College sports in general are chalk now. I said chalk. There are no small schools with veteran teams to give Goliath fits because the stars hit the portal to go play with Goliath. Chalk. There's no underdog. It's just everybody's favorites. Chop Shop Htx at gmail.com. Thank you, Mr. Odom. Thank you, Mr. Odom. Y'all, it's a lot of stuff. Y'all, I got to share this with y'all. But tell me why the event was great. But let me talk to the guys that y'all, the reason y'all go to these events, because y'all want guys that I was talking to on the phone yesterday, all this weekend, y'all want them to, recruit your kids. I know for a fact, every dude on this phone, y'all, it was unbelievable, but they told me something. Now I see why we can't get nothing done. Because we got this. He said, well ran, no issues from players and the parents, and most of all provided a 2-day platform for athletes to compete on the run route. Okay. That's all it takes is to have a good event. Well, why don't we have none of them in Houston? Did you get that, Mr. Odom? Stay here, Mr. Odom. Mr. Odom, I need your help now. Forget about Paul. Forget about this. Let's talk about some stuff. Let's talk about some stuff. He said it was a great event again. Great event. What makes it great? At least Henry Sims said something. Rick Brown, you so busy talking. What made it great? Y'all, Rick Brown, you sounding like that dude talking about make America great again. What made this event great? To you, Big Coach said the competition, the facilities, well ran and organized. Games ran on time, and they was charged. This is what you put up here now. They was charging an arm and a leg. Hold on. They was charging an arm and a kidney to enter the event, regardless of what the two individuals had going on. I don't understand what he said. I don't understand what you said, man. Let me get that off the damn screen. I'm sorry, y'all. I should have read it before I put it on the screen. I'm so sorry. Big Coach, fix your stuff up, because I might put it on the screen. Fix your stuff up. But let me keep going. That was good. Keep going. You got to share the show now. But I learned what chalk is. And then I looked at Mick Cronin. I talk about old Mick a lot on this show. Watch this.
Now, guys, it's 12:40 a.m. and our season just ended. That's it. You're going to ask me about next year? Right now,
for some reason, it didn't come on. Let's try it again.
Now, guys, it's 12:40 a.m. and our season just ended. That's it. You're going to ask me about next year? Right now, my biggest concern is how bad the seats are on the Allegiant flight, on that terrible plane that we're going to have to fly home tomorrow.
The school bus.
The cheese. The plain version of the cheese.
Hang in there.
And is there any chance that Doug got me some hot food, because I don't eat on game day, that I got something edible?
Imagine if a black coach did that. Y'all, let me go look at this stuff these college coaches sent me today. What we have going on out here, ladies and gentlemen. We got a bunch of black coaches and assistant coaches out here. Instead of defending each other, they talk down on each other. I've heard it. I've listened to coaches and I straighten them up. They don't like to talk around me, but I was talking to some guys. They just said I was talking to college coaches last night. These Power Five guys and everything. I'm talking to some guys. We just talking, watching it. You know, I just want questions. Listen, I'm asking questions for y'all. Because I want to know, why are we recycling all these white guys and giving the brothers the hook so fast? And we can, soon it'll happen. We got people watch this show in our basketball community. He put this on his Facebook. So I asked him why. And this what he came up with. Please let me find that mess. Please let me find that mess. This is our problem. This is how we see them. I told y'all it's two structures going on out there. Let me make that smaller. This a brother put this on his feed yesterday. Hold up, y'all. I said, first thing I said, you know how I am? I said, what trophy? Sean Miller plus Texas Long Island equal trophy. He ain't got no trophy no damn where else. What trophy? When Brooke Richardson can't get a job. He said, the only one that matters. He has been close a few occasions, and most all know, and most of all, why not? Two black Final Four coaches are out of the business. Kevin Ollie and Kevin Keats. But this dude want to put up there about Sean Miller, who got caught. His players got his assistant coaches can't go. The black ones can't go get no job no more. But he constantly going to Texas and this. What's wrong with us? We busy arguing and cussing and spitting on each other. Told y'all to share this show. We worried about, that's a good event. How many of them players at the event you gonna send to a black coach where he can get a raise, where he can get past the six, he can get to the suite? Do you see them guys who went to got close to the the Sweet 16? They got jobs somewhere else the next day. but they didn't look. Kevin Keats went to the Final Four and got fired. This dude got his ass whooped before you go to the Sweet 16, and he go and get another job. But we want to argue with each other. They some thugs. When are we the power that we have, Chad? Make it make sense to me then. Somebody out there, just don't be quiet now. Paul Miranda, you and Mr. Odoms need to be talking now. All that old arguing y'all was doing a minute ago, I want to hear what y'all saying now. Your ass getting really quiet, Mr. Odoms and Mr. Miranda right now. Because this ain't got nothing to do with mess. This got something with you making a decision and doing something that's going to help our community. Cussing each other out and tweeting each other out, that ain't helping our community. Book Richardson, who used to work at Arizona State up under Sean Miller. Just in case you don't know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all say, well, what are you talking about, Robert? He, the one, took the fall for Sean Miller. He can't get a job no more. But Sean Miller, a black dude, come up here, putting this on his black-ass Facebook page, talking about Sean Miller plus the Texas Longhorn equal trophy. It's our problem. This is how we think. This is how we think about each other. But he said, keep it above. It's still a white administration. I didn't say nothing about no white administration. I'm talking about them black-ass players that we control, Archie Williams Sr. No white institution can, the white administration control where you send your son to play, Mr. Williams? Because he sure didn't control where he sent mine. We had choices, but I had a black head coach and a black associate head coach. That's why my son went to that school. Yes, that's why. We got the power. If you were in the gym yesterday, if you were at the gym yesterday in Dallas, look around the gym. But brother, I got to go get that NIL. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Odoms. Thank you, Mr. Odoms. Let me put that up here, Mr. Odoms. But Mr. Archie. All right, Mr. Archie. We got black administrations, black ADs, hiring white coaches. Now, I know president might be white, so he might say, you gonna fire him or you go. I understand that. But guess what? Mr. Archie, we got a choice not to send our players there. We got the power. Who was in the gym this weekend? Bunzel gave the event. He black. Most of the players, the black. Y'all finna send him. Sean Miller record wasn't that much better than Rodney Terry's the last 3 years. And ain't none of y'all Texas ass black folks that hit a peep that said nothing. Because y'all don't see a guy that look like you being, if I go to Texas, a guy that look like you, because he ain't like Mac Brown, and he ain't like Rick, he black, he ain't going to be like Mac Brown, he ain't going to be like Rick Barnes. He's Rodney Terry. And I'm watching y'all post. Nobody in no uproar. They've been talking about this man's job all year. Talking about Conte this and Conte this. Well, you tell Conte, I ain't gonna send my black players no more. Here, no more. You won't get enough. What's the little boy? The leading scorer for them? What the kid at Texas? What's the kid's name? His name just slipped past me right now. What's the shooting guard at Texas now? He about to go into the league. You won't get another one of these. Sean Miller has done no better than Rodney Terry. Trey Johnson, thank you, baby. But y'all want him. Just watching Columbia hiring Florida assistants. The guys is up under Todd Golden because he went to the Final Four. His other assistant coach, he getting a job. Head job at Campbell. When I saw this, Texas has informed head coach Rodney Terry he's been fired. Terry led the Longhorns to the Elite Eight in 1923 and made the NCAA tournament appearance in each of the last 2 seasons, and you fire him? So what did Texas now? Hire a head coach? They go hire another head coach that's under contract, affecting a fellow member, another member in the NCAA school program. When it's a player, that's what, when it's a player, people get mad about it. But what coaches and administrators call tampering and poaching, Sean Miller had a job, y'all. Fine. Nobody talking about the guardrails now. This just the guardrails up for players. For the life of me, I would never understand. People would send players to, this not me, this far, to Nicholas State rather than, yeah, absolutely. I don't understand that either. I don't understand it either. But we want to argue with each other and tweet about each other. Yeah, we got a bigger problem. Shout out to U of H. I got to talk about the Sweet 16s. I got so much. What time is it? I got so much. Y'all, I just ain't finished nothing that I want to talk about. But I'm glad. But I'm just watching Mick Cronin sit there and talk crazy to them people. But when I'm talking to them coaches, why? Why? Us black coaches, you aspiring young black coaches out here. You're always, you're on the prowl. You're recruiting. You are. Man, quit talking about your fellow black coach. Because them folks listening and listening to you and putting that stuff in their memory banks. You black coaches out here, y'all got to talk to each other more. Y'all used to have a black coaches association and y'all just said, forget it. Because somebody to let y'all come over there in their hotel room a couple of times. So y'all said, forget about what that institution that John Thompson and my man, my man in Temple, John Chaney, started. Chuck McGowan, I know it. Chuck, you got to understand, Chuck. Ladies and gentlemen, I consume a massive amount of information every day, and I'm just be trying to see how I'm gonna get it out. How I'm gonna get it. How I'm gonna get it out. It ain't about whether the AD wanted Rodney Terry or not. Rodney Terry was still winning. I wish Texas would. Somebody on that Texas team would call and ask me about a player. I'm not giving it. I'm not doing it. No, right now we ain't got no guardrails. We ain't got no guardrails now, Sonya. All we got to do now, I'm just watching these black coaches all over the country now. I ain't just see y'all just know people here. I know people all over the country. All of them, they need to quit being so backbiterish. Some of them on the news and some of them announcing game. They just can't. And some of y'all got to can't help it. Y'all can't help but talk about people. There's no way Johnny Jones and Penny Hardaway shouldn't be talking. There's no way that Damon Stoudemire and any other black coach out there should be talking. Michael Boyd, all these dudes need to be talking all the time. They do it. Y'all, we come from a people that sit and learn up under a tree together. Y'all think our life started before slavery. We thinking about slavery and unconnectedness and sending us here and here. But when we were in our own country, people used to be, and hold up, they had their differences. But there's no way. These hit every black coach in college basketball need to watch this stuff that's going on, need to get their ass on the phone and get back connected to y'all crazy ass people out here that's going to these tournaments and talking about their great tournaments. But what are we doing? What kind of players are we? What we going to a tournament and winning a tournament? Are the players better? Can the players play at Texas? Can the players play at Baylor? Can the players play it? Because if they can't play at none of them schools, you ain't got no power. Shout out to Coach Tay up there in Chicago. They said, let's start back in the middle school. I put a call out to everybody. Let's figure out how we can get the middle school coaches to understand what to teach. By the time these guys get to high school, them kids will know something. But the middle school coaches don't know nothing. If they don't know nothing and they teaching the kid everything that they know, guess what? The kid ain't gonna know nothing. We can't just get by on athleticism alone. We got to learn the one more pass syndrome. Right there. 6, 7 years. I see people bragging about going around the country. Houston who? They on the road. They ain't Oklahoma. Shut the hell up and teaching them little kids how to play basketball, man. Taking them all out on the road to make them same old dumbass mistakes. Instead of getting them in a gym and spending all that money, get them in a gym and learn how to make a simple pivot and a simple jump stop. And how to get out and guard somebody. That's what's winning in college basketball right now. Bob, you know what I'm talking about. Even you black high school coaches don't get together. We live in strange times. in this world where people just love to be negative. Somebody gonna get off this show today and say, Hatter was on here talking. I already know they just, at any opportunity, even the smallest things, I see people that I've admired for years just talking out of turn. Some of them making uneducated guesses of what's going on. And a world that's so quick to judge. I try to stay rooted in honesty, speaking not just to the moment, but for the future. That's what I'm talking about. While others seem to cling to the surface levels takes, the surface level takes. I'm mad at him. He's a thug, and I'm not mad at him. No. Just talking out of turn. Y'all, I will continue to put a spotlight on what I feel is the truth that they choose not to see. I'm going to be steady. I'm going to be intentional. And I'm going to build on purpose. Everything that I do is purposeful. I do this intentionally. Y'all be thinking I be mad. I don't be mad. I'm crazy like that. If you ever know me and been around me, you're going to say, oh, that's right. Shout out to Houston. Kevin Sampson, Quantus White, Hollis Price, Anthony Goldwyn. That group over there, man. Houston now has the longest active Sweet 16 streak in the country. But Paul and Mr. Odom, man, I need y'all. And I need y'all really. I need y'all, man. Because y'all my eyes and ears in them areas. Paul, you in Dallas. Man, you in the Austin area. I really need y'all. Because y'all might need something. Y'all might need each other to even talk up for. See, what I try to figure out is who fights for you in rooms you're not in? Who sticks up for you when there's no one else has the courage to do? Somebody told this about me. They said, Robert Haller, you fight for rooms that I might. He found out that I did some stuff that I never told him. Who's sitting at your table when no one else wants to still be there? That's why, Paul, you and Mr. Odom don't need to be fighting. Who prays for you because you see, you see like they're your family? Who does that? These are your people. Why are we at a summer basketball situation and we mad at somebody? Some of y'all go there to be mad at people. Stay your ass at home. Y'all made me think about something too. God. How do I go with this first? We around here fighting and arguing over summer basketball. Want to spit on each other. And I'm sure, hey, Crystal, there will be some members of the media who would be offended with what I'm about to say, but it's true. On one hand, one had wall-to-wall coverage, while the other barely got mentioned at all. But that's not just specific to Michael Jordan. Just indicative on how our athletes are covered in general. Reason I talk about topics like this, because in order for them young kids to be great on that basketball court, they got a world to live in. So Robert Hatter gonna always give them something how they can live in this world instead of a basketball. Because I know the basketball stopped. It stopped for me, it stopped for everybody. It stopped for Michael Jordan, it stopped for Magic. But I had a story I covered last week. I was talking about in this Trump era, Michael Jordan's free health clinics are very needed. Mainstream media didn't talk about it. Stephen A. Smith and them didn't talk about it, did it? The media made sure everybody knew and saw the footage when Michael Jordan's son got arrested, but barely covered that he opened 4 free health clinics for uninsured and underinsured people. Nobody talked about it. I told y'all it's 2 different structures out there. It's how it's the governance structure, how we see each other, in the social structure, how they see us. Nobody talked about it. Some people text me and said, Mr. Hatter, thank you. I didn't know, because people said Michael Jordan didn't do nothing. Listen, let me share something with you. Then I get back. To but just so you can understand, in the first days of the second presidential term of Donald Trump, he signed a number of executive orders that will have an impact on healthcare industry. I said, did Crystal, hear me? Did you see it on mainstream media? Anywhere? Any of this? That's the point. It's not whether you saw it or not. Did you see it on mainstream media anywhere? Then get back to me. But they're issuing new policies and some rescinding policies set forth by the prior administration. This have had a devastating impact on American people. While the country is on pins and needles awaiting on the next bomb to drop, see, y'all must don't have old people around y'all, both literally and figuratively, to drop from the Trump administration every day. Michael Jordan has figured out a way to actively combat one of the casualties, U.S. healthcare, of Trump's plan for mass deportation of undocumented immigrants and extended tax cuts and the upper echelon of America. He wants to cut the tax cuts from the the Bill Gates and all of them. Cut some. They make all the money anyway, and take it away from the Medicaid people. And we sitting there arguing and spitting on each other. Ladies and coach, you know, all y'all look at the sports. So guess why I'm giving you this? Republicans are considering. All you people who voted for Trump, this is what you wanted. They are considering a rollback of the federal social safety net, particularly Medicaid, which has nearly 80 million enrollees in all 50 states. But guess what? doing all of that. While all of this is happening in real time, Michael Jordan opened his fourth health clinic in North Carolina on February the 19th. Michael Jordan has spoken publicly, exhibiting a tremendous amount of sincerity and passion about how important it is for these clinics and how many people it would help. But are they talking about this? Y'all know about it because I talked about it. I'm sitting there thinking about this. I wonder, do those young kids know this about Michael Jordan? You know, you got to understand, nothing against LeBron, but he got a media company. So his media company put out everything he does so that y'all can know everything he does. Michael Jordan, really, man, it was telling me some stories. I got some stories here to tell y'all. Uh, y'all don't remember this. Michael Jordan was all set to have this big event at this exclusive golf resort in Georgia back in the day. And he found out that they were still keeping an old tradition and not allowing Black people to join the club. But of course, they would let Michael participate. Well, long story short, y'all, right before the event, he canceled right before the event. Michael informed the organizers that he was going to cancel everything if they didn't change the policy. And of course, they capitulated to his demands. You ain't heard that story, have you? Ain't enough, just let me in. Our young athletes need to know this. It's a great story that people need to hear. Why wouldn't Michael, why would you tell people that? And they said, Mike would just look at you and say, you know what? I didn't do it for that. He don't want you to tell nobody. Reason I know, Fred Whitfield, his general counsel, that's happened to be a great friend of mine. That's how I know a lot of it. But I sit back. One of the players said, he tell the story. He said, playing with Michael Jordan for 2 years, he said, I saw him do a lot of things quietly. Remember, I told y'all about when he used it, when he first got there, he got lost, right? And y'all don't know, I know Thaddeus Moody, in case y'all ain't been up there, the United Senate is in the hood, right? So when he was a rookie back then, he got lost and didn't know where to go. And some folks on the corner showed him how to get out of there. And they say that man went back after every game, every time he had time, he went back and greeted them guys on that corner after every game. You know, brought them stuff, brought them money, and done stuff with him. He just appreciated that. But don't nobody talk about that. What else they say he did? Y'all, hold up. Didn't nobody never talk about it? Did y'all know that he donated his entire salary to the victims in 9/11? He said he was watching the coverage on TV and he made a decision. Nobody found out till later that he did it. And y'all got for years now. I've been on panels and people been talking about stuff and programs talking about activism and athletes and they would always bring Michael Jordan name up and always talked about when he kiddingly and jokingly said, "Man, Republicans buy tennis shoes too," but they took that personal. What you mean by Peavy headed to Florida? Pomerana, why are you glad that Peavy's out of Texas? I mean, Rodney Terry's out of Texas. Why? Why are you glad? Tell me why. Let me give you some more stuff about Michael Jordan. So when people don't know about the Michael Jordan's community impact platform known as the Black Community Commitment, the BCC. Y'all know about that? Which is a 10-year, $100 million initiative focused on creating equitable futures for Black Americans through education, economic justice, narrative change, and social justice. Didn't know. Sometimes we got to tell our people. They also, did you know about him funding a nonprofit institutional grants, grassroots organization across the country through his what is called Open Call Community Grants Program, Jordan Brand's Wing Scholarship Programs. People don't even talk about that. Paul, we ready for you to keep on talking? But the reason I tell stuff like that, because I know some of y'all, we might never know. We might, if don't nobody tell you, how would you ever know? But back to U of H again. Shout out to the men basketball player. U of H as his sixth, 32-win season, or better in school history. They're headed to the sixth straight. At a high school in Florida? Okay. Somebody said Peavy taking a job at the high school in Florida. Okay. Why are you leaving Duncanville? You don't want to deal with the UIL? No. Every year they have, I'm talking about U of H right now. Every year they have an advantage any other team they play. I'm going to tell y'all something, man. I learned about this U of H team. And I saw this, and I want to share with y'all. What is it with U of H basketball team with people in the boom room? I don't see nobody consistently cheering for them but Michael Garcia. What is it? Y'all just so used to winning? What is it? Y'all, is it a reason that the boom room, just talking to y'all, is it a reason that people on this feed don't talk about the U of H basketball team? Y'all talk to me. His name is Malcolm. I'm going to help you out. His name is Kelvin Sampson. That's why I didn't say nothing to you at first. It's Kelvin, not Calvin. Oh, okay. Well, shit, I see why he left. Okay, say no more. Peavy. See you later, buddy. You need any help, boo? Somebody just sent me his salary. Bye, y'all. No. Eric, I don't hear nobody talk about, but Sonya does. I don't hear many, but Sonya, as a whole, we got one of the best teams in the world, in the country, and don't nobody talk about them. Look at that. MJ furnished Chicago public school basketball team with uniforms head to toe. But don't nobody talk about it. But I saw something, y'all. Y'all help me. I saw this. I want to share it with y'all. Let me see that I do it right. Let me see. U of H. I know I got a U of H something right there. Oh, here it is. Hold up, y'all. I got it. I got to put myself on the screen so I can talk. I can't move it over. Let me minimize myself just a little bit. But let me go back to the beginning, okay? You know, I'm watching U of H, y'all. Every year, they headed to the Sweet 16, but every year they have an advantage over any other team that they play in the NCAA tournament. Okay, everybody got a reason. Okay. He said, most people holler at me about U of H from around the country, but I really don't follow them like that. And it's a good thing. But you got one of the best teams in the world. But let me explain something to y'all about U of H, y'all. Maybe y'all like them a little bit better. Maybe if I explain some of this. The advantage is the adjustment period. Hold up. Let me put myself back up there. The advantage to me is the adjustment period that it's the adjustment period that they have. I'm trying to find it. That you have to go through if you haven't played them before. Right? Anybody who has played against them will tell you that you can watch it. You can watch it on film. And you can walk through it in practice. But anybody who has played against them will tell you just can't simulate how good that defense is until you lace it up against them. I learned this from Penny when he was battling against U of H every year. I'm gonna show y'all something. In their first possession, let me go and get there. In their first possession, watch this. Okay, this is the first possession, right? In the first possession, they Gonzaga is a perfect example of they're not just understanding the speed of this defense. In the opening possession for Gonzaga, Mark Few has drilled into his players that they're going to come out fast, they're going to come out hard, they're going to be physical, and they're going to try you on every ball screen. He done told his team and prepared them. This is the first play from scrimmage. And look what happened. They're physical. They attempt. The guy wanted to get a pass in mid-post. They extended him way out. Look what happened. He turned the basketball over. First play of the game. Watch this. Love this. Love this. I'm sorry, y'all. Watch this. I'll let it run. Now that other one was the opening possession. Now this is the next possession, just so y'all can get it. Okay. I think they're gonna have a little dribble handoff or something like that. DHO, they call it. Let's see. Let's see what they do. Threw the back through the game, threw the ball away. And if you pick and roll, don't pick and roll on them now. They're gonna hard hedge on you. And then LJ, I love this play right here. Let me go. LJ was in help position so quickly. LJ, he make the perfect rotation and the perfect help, and they come up. And then the defensive player of the year in that conference, JoJo Tugler, come up in there. What? See, okay. Well, now here come LJ. Watch LJ play this. We went LJ crowd playing defense, y'all. Watch the help defense. Watch him. Number 4 right there. Watch. He thought he had LJ got in there. JoJo Tugger blocked the shot. Y'all, I'm watching this stuff, man. Then y'all, all of this is succession now. Y'all, this was 2 minutes in the game, and them people couldn't get a shot at the rim. They couldn't get a shot at the rim. Couldn't get a shot at the rim. Then this one guy came down. He got, he made a hard play. Look how hard it was. He got the rebound and put it back in. But it was so hard. And y'all, the crazy thing about it, Matt Painter gonna show his team, gonna scout. Jimmy about to come on, his favorite day. to say Matt Painter gonna scout this same thing, but you cannot scout the intensity that them dudes come at you with. Jimmy, I'm talking about TSU. I'm not TSU, U of H. And I sit there and go watch the videos last night over and over and over. The intensity of the first 3 games. And Jimmy, think about it. They need every one of them possessions in the beginning because at the end of the game, it got different. So I know Gonzaga said, I wish I could have had a couple of them possessions in it. But the first 2 minutes of the game, Jimmy, they just, that defense, man, is just crazy. Shout out to this young kid named Malik Wilson, because I don't never talk about him that much. But his stats won't show it because y'all stat people, right? But he pulled down a big important rebound, couple of big important rebounds, both offensively and defensively for Houston. He also had 2 steals, Jimmy. He had a big free throw. Shout out to LJ Cryer for icing the game at the end. And shout out to Mika, his mom. She was so she don't like close games. And she had me nervous. I said, and I was telling her, LJ at the free throw line, I ain't worried about it. I'm not worried about it. He gonna drop them. He shoot 90% from the free throw. But I just don't understand it, y'all. Maybe y'all just y'all, I don't know. Y'all don't like teams that win all the time or something. But man, U of H is a team that you can really, 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 really get behind. And I guess they win so much. And people in Houston, I guess y'all be saying, well, that's U of H. Well, especially the Boom Boom Room. Y'all don't give them no love. So today, let's start giving them a little bit more love and to U of H. So that's all. What's up, Jimmy?
I mean, y'all, man, it's the weekend, March Madness. Boy, I'm sitting there watching the girls' second round games are underway right now. Been going a couple of them this morning already, and so watching UT.
You see North Carolina State?
They beat the drums. They beat the dog stuffing out of the team they play.
Oh boy, them girls play like what? Go on, say it. Them girls play like what?
Well, didn't they beat South Carolina this year?
Yeah,
I think they beat South Carolina this year.
They play like dudes, man.
Yeah. They. But UT is in for a dogfight right now. Thaddeus Moody, the Illinois, University of Illinois, they fighting with UT right now. Second quarter, 23-16, with about 5 minutes to go in the first half. The girls' game. It's a good thing. When are the boys going to start doing quarters?
Jimmy, it's an easy rule if they want to break it. It's the only what you don't understand.
I'm just throwing it out there in the air.
But don't you know they the only major sport, the men's every overseas has got quarters. Everybody got quarters except
high school got quarters, pros got quarters.
Everybody.
International FIBA got quarters.
They used to have quarters and they went to this, but they just ain't never went back. It never went back. It's an archaic. When you go read the history of the rule, it's easy to do. They just don't do it.
Well,
it's easy to do.
You actually get more TV timeouts. You get more TV time.
I don't even think it's about TV time. I don't know what it is.
No, but when you think about right now, that stuff matters because these revenue deals are in the mix. You get an extra timeout if you go quarters. At least an extra timeout.
What I like about the quarters, you reset the fouls. That's what I like about the quarters. You reset the fouls.
But that too.
Yeah.
That too. So that's the thing. Of course, I felt this year, I really did, going into this basketball postseason playoffs. And when I was looking and doing my bracket, I say, man, it's a lot of parity out there.
Parity? You're talking about the top teams.
It's a lot. Like when people would remember, one of the narratives was SEC got 14 teams in. That's a lot of people say it was way too many teams. Well, hell, 7 of them are still standing.
Yeah.
So you can make a case.
Could have been 8
that they got like, but at the same time, though, I get it. That probably was overkill because here's what it did, Al. By default,
what you mean overkill? What you mean by overkill?
Here's what I'm saying. That means just say 10 slots, and you could have peeled 4 of those slots, and they could have went to other teams. That means they would have went to other like mid-level teams, right? Or other one of those Cinderella-ish type teams. Ain't no such thing as a Cinderella coming out of one of these P4 conferences. You know.
So North Carolina State wasn't a Cinderella last year.
Not coming out of that conference. No, you're not. No. You're not. You're in that conference.
So you last place in the conference, and you win 5 straight games in the conference championship, and go to the Final Four. That wasn't a Cinderella, man. That was the best Cinderella. That was a Cinderella story to me.
Butler is Cinderella.
Yeah, but I think that was Cinderella too.
You know,
they was about to fight this man, Jim.
George Mason is Cinderella.
Jim, they had this man contract, told him, hey, and then they kept not tearing it up until that's Cinderella to me. You can have what kind of Cinderella y'all. I have my own Cinderella.
Say.
And then they fired Jimmy. They fired him. Think about this, man. Rodney Terry went to the Elite Eight. This dude went to the Final Four. And a couple of years later, they black ass is fired. It's hard out here. And college bad, but go on, give me your thought. My bad. I ain't want to hijack your thought. My bad. I'm just talking.
I mentioned you have Cinderellas and you have surprises. So I would categorize them in 2 different. Like I'm saying, like right now, BYU is the closest thing to they would try to claim they Cinderella. Ain't no Cinderella. BYU has a first round draft pick in the starting lineup, and they're in the Big 12. And understand, this team, they might be a surprise. People ain't paid attention to them. But hell, there are none of those. All 16 men's teams are from P4 conferences.
Yeah,
the Power 4 all 16 of them.
Yeah,
this may be the first time probably ever.
First time it ever happened
in modern day history. Think about that. So know what that means already. It's pros and cons. It means that no matter who makes it, it's going to be a school with a substantial basketball alumni base, no matter who makes it. Those 16 teams. Think about it. So that means it's going to be a good market, a good sale for us tickets, no matter what. Who makes it? You got Michigan and Auburn. Both of them been there, done that before, right? Then you have Ole Miss and Michigan State. Ole Miss, that's a good look. That's an easy drive. Not an easy drive, but there ain't no easy drive. But for a college student, it's
drivable.
Yeah, you get in the car, we pass up 4 deep, we getting that thing. We gonna hit it over there.
That's about 12 hours because you got to get to Houston first and then go to San Antonio.
For a college student, a rack of college students, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. They're gonna take them 2 tablets, a gummy. They're gonna put it. Somebody gonna have to crack the window. They're gonna light it up, twist it up, fire it up. They rolling. And college, that's good. Florida, Maryland. Think about it. You got the darling of Under Armour still standing. They got life.
Did you hear what that little boy said, man?
Who?
In the press conference.
Which one?
Queen.
I didn't see the presser. What did he say?
Oh, man, y'all got to hear this. Hold on. Watch this.
Who basketball players listen to, and what has he meant to you guys in the short time he's been with you?
First, he do pay us the money, and then so we got to listen to him, and we all trust him because he's like a player coach, and then he want nothing but the best for us, and he just
Did you hear everybody laughing in the background?
He passed the money.
Paid us the money. In other words, the money that we want, he paid it to us. We got to listen to him because he paid us the money. That's one of them good old niggas. That's one of them good old. Yeah. Man, I couldn't believe that man said that, man. That way everybody in the background laughing. But keep going. I mean, keep going.
I'll just go
Tell me about the darlings and all of that kind of stuff.
Texas Tech still standing.
I hate them. I can't stand them. But them dudes can play. I don't never want them to win a game. Them in Texas can play. I just wanted it to be a draw.
Well, understand. Texas Tech, season. I'm talking about this season, this year, this team. This team won me over when they came to Houston, beat U of H, snapped the nation's longest home winning streak at that time. Without their best player had got kicked out the game, and the coach had got kicked out the game. So they held on to beat U of H in that Fertitta Center. That was at that moment. After the next day, you may start looking back on it, and you watch them play a game or two, and you say, "Oh man, Texas Tech is there." I don't know if they're good enough to win 5 straight, but they're good enough to keep anybody from winning 5 straight. And you see the camaraderie and that they have established. And Grant McCaslin, knew him for a few years, go way back. Got to really know him when he was on the bench at Baylor a few years back. And but he has it going, and they're winning. They bought in. That's one of the things you mentioned about U of H a while ago. Once you can have all of the plans and the designs and the scouts in the world, but if the players collectively are not bought in or have not bought into what you're selling, then it's not going to work more times than not. So you could tell, and a lot of these teams have bought in, right? And you're buying at the right time. But Texas Tech, man, of course I have them beating Arkansas, right, on my bracket.
I ain't never thought I would cheer for Cal. Cal, I'm with you, baby. I ain't never cheered for Cal ever in my entire life. Cal, you in that ugly ass jacket you had on, I'm cheering for you on this one. I'm cheering for you, Cal. I'm with you, baby. Suey, Pig Suey. I'm a hog, man.
At Arkansas, they ain't far off. The only thing missing between them and Texas Tech is one got a cotton field. One got a cotton field and one don't.
I've been to both of them. I like Arkansas better. I've been to both. You gotta understand, Arkansas neighbors Tennessee.
You must have flew there on a private, or you been there, or you on a private plane, because you get on the airplane, you got to drive 30 minutes to get from the airport.
Man, Bentonville, you must ain't seen Ben. You better look up Bentonville Airport. Got one of the nicest airports in the world.
I know a few years back, they flew me down there. We in the car to drive. It took at least 30 minutes to get from the airport.
That's all right.
That was a flight from Houston.
Anything over them dudes up there. That was the worst trip I ever. Texas Tech, I don't even want to fly over Texas Tech.
No, I'm riding with Texas Tech.
You can ride with them.
Anything.
Hey, I know if you like them, I ain't gonna like them. So yeah, you ride with them.
Anything Texas right now in this March Madness, I'm rooting for, and to I guess to make a stance. And it would be absolutely great if Texas Tech can play U of H in the championship. It would be I
didn't seen that game before. I don't want to see that game.
Well, hell,
I didn't seen that game.
In all likelihood, there's going to be a rematch. There's about 8 different possible rematches that can take place. Hell, if Auburn make it and U of H make it, remember Auburn beat U of H on the second game of the season this year.
That was a long time ago.
On their own court Well, hell, they the one that stopped the win streak.
That was-
Auburn did. Auburn stopped the win streak. I'm sorry, wasn't Texas Tech. Texas Tech stopped their conference win. Yeah, that's.
I'm going with Duke. I'm going with Florida. I'm going with Alabama. I never thought I'd cheer for Alabama. I'm cheering for them over BYU. Hell yeah. Florida, yeah. I mean, that's just me. That's who I like. I'm going with Houston. I'm going with Michigan State. I'm going with. I ain't even talk about that game. And I'm going with Auburn.
One side of my bracket is damn near unblemished.
Well, that's
But
good.
boy, this other side.
That's good.
The other side.
The thing about it though, it's two sides. It's four brackets. It's two sides to the bracket. You the one talking about, man, in the first half, man. In the first half, we had a good one. But you got your ass toe up in the second half. It's two halves. It's two halves to that sheet, buddy.
I know one thing.
Two halves. It's two halves.
I ain't never putting your Memphis Tigers in my bracket.
You don't have to put them in there. You don't have to put them in. Guess what?
What happened?
You saw the game.
No, I didn't.
You didn't see the game.
No.
First of all, you said what happened?
I didn't think I needed to see that game. That was the thing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think I needed to.
When you lose your starting point guard, all conference, you're back up to him, and your best defensive player, who's starting point guard, and the second best defensive player. So the 2 point guards didn't play. 18.
PJ Haggard didn't play?
He ain't the point guard.
But the point guard, I'm just saying.
No. Tyrese Hunter is the engine that could. He the best defensive player on the team.
Okay, Hunter, I remember him. So Hunter didn't play.
Didn't play at all. His ankle, hurt his ankle earlier. The boy from Virginia hurt his ankle earlier. So our 2 best defenders didn't play. So that's why their guards got off. Our 2 best defenders, the guard didn't play. And then PJ had one of the worst games I ever seen him play. He had when he's out, when Hunter's out, he had what you said, Jimmy, when the star got to be a star. You can't score below your average. Huh?
Star got to shine.
The star got to shine. Our star didn't shine. That's all. Star didn't shine.
And you know what? Mm-hmm. So what I'm telling you
18 turnovers. 18 turnovers.
I have not even looked at your box score from that game.
Well,
I mean, it wasn't like I purposely didn't do it. I just hadn't even. I knew they lost. Everybody knew they lost.
Everybody.
I didn't even go back to look at the box score. Somebody told me that PJ shot horrible from the field offensively, and somebody told me that in one of the over the weekend, and they described what happened, but not even in detail.
It wasn't your group text. It wasn't your group chat.
No, this was out. Somebody said, man, PJ Haggard had that, he didn't have no good game. He was so and so from the field. It wasn't good. So that was all I got. I don't know what happened. Now, what did PJ end up with?
18 points.
18. What was the field goal attempts and makes?
Man, I don't even talk about this.
I'm just saying somebody told me. They ain't tell me he had 18. They told me, man, he shot so and so for so and so. 3 for 15 or something. I don't know.
Jimmy, I'm gonna tell you what it was.
I don't even know.
He was cause see, I didn't want you to go here. He was 7 of 23.
Yeah.
1 of 8 from 3 points. Like, he don't even usually shoot 3 points. I don't know what he was doing because Tyrese is out, maybe. But Jimmy, the problem was he had 4 turnovers. Dane Danger had 4 turnovers. Kobe Rogers had 4 turnovers. That's 12.
That's 12.
And we wind up with what, 16? Oh, I said 18, 16, and lost by 8 points. Still should have beat this team to me. But the other team had a guy that's supposed to be going in first round of the draft. So, but he didn't really do that well. But people talking all that shit. But Jimmy, when you lose your starting point guard and the backup point guard, your number 1 defensive player and your number 2 best player on the team, you gonna have a great chance of losing that game with your good coaching ass. All you sideline who would never get on the coaching sideline with your good coaching, all them good coaching sideline people. I mean, Jimmy, they just played the worst game. I couldn't believe. I'm serious. In the beginning of the game, I didn't like it because I just did, and we were up by 5 at half. I didn't like the flow of the game because we had a kid that had to play too many minutes. That just couldn't. He just 22 minutes. Two kids that just. If those other two guys would have played, Baraka and PJ Carter wouldn't have been playing. And Jimmy, they wasn't that good. They wasn't that good. They wasn't that good. But Colorado State, they came back to earth, got their ass. Guess what? They at home too. That private plane that flew them back, just like they flew Memphis back. Hey Jimmy, well, the young fella who got that money, he said, man, I got to listen to the coach. He gave me the money. Boy, that man sounds like a good little old worker. But keep going.
So now speaking, I'm just looking now. I was looking at the feed and the transfer portal. Today is the official first day. Official.
Yeah, Jared Harris couldn't wait.
So has he put it out now?
Turkey through the cone.
Okay, because I looked in the VIP news on RCS Sports this morning, and Doug Jones wrote about it, and he says it's a rumor. And I'm if it's a rumor, then Doug, you're supposed to text the kid and call him, and ask him if it's true. You know, you put the rumor out there on somebody that you're close with. You're not supposed. Let me tell you a rule of thumb. You're not supposed to put rumors out on people whom you regularly have dialogue with.
Well, evidently he ain't been having dialogue with the kid. Is that possible? Maybe he ain't had no dialogue with it. That's all.
But I'm just saying, you're not supposed to put. It's easy just to say, "Hey man, is this true? I'm about to roll. I'm about to roll with this."
Jim, I follow this team like no other. It's good for both. Yeah, it's good. It's a good thing. It's not bad. It's a good thing.
So where you think he's gonna go?
I don't know.
I'm saying you follow the team. You get a hint, or you think it's wide open. But
Jimmy,
I'm curious.
Jimmy, I don't know. The man leaving my team. How the hell I know where he's going?
One thing about Jared Harris thing is, of course, got a small sample size of footage. He played earlier in the season. He played a good chunk of freshman type minutes, 8 to 12 minute slot. I think when the other kid Harris came back, that kind of bumped. He stole those minutes, that slot from Jared, and you know.
What kid named Harris? What kid you talking about?
What's the kid that was out that didn't play when the season started? That was a kid. That was a young man. Last name may not be Harris. Somebody that didn't start the season.
He wasn't there during the season. He was a. That's the second best. That's the second best defender.
What's the last name?
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Damn it! I forgot his name. Harris too.
Harris. I just said you confused me. I thought a kid named Harris came and took his minutes. Bottom line, and that was and it happens in basketball. It happens, guys. That's why you go there to compete. You go there. Hell, how do you tell a story about Damon Stoudemire all the time? That was another guard that was All-American there. Well, hell, somebody gonna move over. You know, if you have that mentality, guess what? You're gonna gamble on yourself. And all
Dante Harris. I'm sorry, Dante
Harris. Last name Harris.
Was the other guy that got hurt. His ankle pulled up. Both of them dudes pulled up lame, like game after game. Like
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And so the thing is with him, I mean,
he gonna be all right, Jimmy. I mean, Jimmy. In basketball, man, let me tell y'all something, man. And y'all better hear this. When you go to these colleges, it's not just that you can play hard. You got to be able to compete hard. Because at that particular school right there, if Penny felt Jared Harris could have helped him win a basketball game, y'all, he would have been in the game. Just ain't ready. And y'all, when y'all go to these colleges, let me give y'all some, because evidently y'all summer basketball coaches and y'all them people who think they high school guru, all that old shit they be talking about. When y'all go to these colleges, right? Don't just do the required work. Come to practice, come to your individuals. Your ass better get in that gym and do the non-negotiables, the intangibles, it's every coach. You better go and find out, coach, what are the non-negotiables on this team? And you better figure that out and get in that gym when nobody else is in there, because y'all got a 24-hour access to it, and go to work. And a lot of kids around this country, when you're not seeing them have success, they'll play, but they ain't gonna have the success because they're not putting. Coach Jimmy, I was on the phone. Jimmy, I was on the greatest phone call. Then it turned into a text thread between Division I coaches. It was the most unique, especially black ones now, and just talk about how they need to get together and start talking more. And all of this old, well, I'm over here and I'm over here, and you know a lot of them. You don't even have to say it. You know a lot of them, but they don't support each other like they should. They don't have that brotherhood that John Chaney and them had back there. Shit, you didn't even mention that. They even just said, forget that. Forget that. How the hell you let a institution like that go away? And nobody picked it back up. Nobody just really picked that particular mantle back up. These coaches just don't talk to each other, man. These black coaches, they so busy backbiting and trying to get, they just, I mean, and these men, that's what I was talking to the guys. They was asking me what I think. I said, man, do y'all talk? When the last time you talked to him? When the last time you talked to him? I'm talking about really talk to him. When the last time you talked to him? When the last time you talked to him? Shit, you talk to me more than you talk to him. Those are kind of coaches. Y'all got to understand, I don't have to kiss their ass. They don't pay me. I don't have to do nothing. All they call and ask me for advice. Because these guys, y'all got to understand, when they see how they recycling guys and Brooke Richardson can't get a job and they hiring this dude at Texas. Rick Pitino can get a job, but you ain't never heard about the guy. What's the other people got what's my man from Lamont Evans still don't have a job. He still got to show cause. That's why I can't be happy about Sean Miller coming to Texas. Y'all can be happy about it. I can't. I can't be happy for Rick Pitino. I can't be happy for Bruce Pearl. You can put him on your bracket. I promise y'all. I was writing out brackets. And Jimmy, I didn't finish. I said, man, what the hell I'm worried about this mess for? I said, I'm not finna do it. I was writing it out that day we got off the show. And then I said, man, what am I worried about this stuff for? Y'all, that's the problem I have. When I'm, it ain't y'all's problem. It's my problem because I'm the one have to talk to these guys. But it's unique, man. It's a unique situation out here, how they recycling these guys. And Todd Golden, he ain't done nothing that much, but Florida's good this year. And all the coaches, two coaches up under him getting jobs. Come on, man. Come on. Come on, Jimmy. Jimmy, don't you get in trouble. I can stand on, I can swell that sword. You don't have to wear that sword. It's just something that I took some notes of just the stuff that these guys were talking about. And just telling me, Rob, it's no coincidence. It's 14. Jimmy, why you think it's 14 teams? Why you think it's 14 teams came out of that SEC? Tell me, that, on the surface, why you think? Just go look at the makeup of the team, because I have. Tell me what.
You also got to look at the makeup of the chairman of the committee as well. But at the same time,
I ain't talking about that. No, I ain't talking about the committee.
At the same time, there's different people. There was a different.
No, let me help you. You're going. I'm
going. Different opinions.
You're going. I got a different opinion. Jimmy, all of those guys got the biggest budgets they can pay. I watched Alabama last night. Alabama has 2 or 3 dudes come off the bench that could be playing somewhere else. Auburn had 4 or 5, 3 people coming off the bench. Hold up. 2 at each position that they're able to pay. Those teams can outpay the ACC right now. I don't know what ACC better raise some money. But those teams, Jimmy is paying well. Those teams, that's why a lot of them is in there. Go look at their budget. I'm watching Alabama. I said, wow, every time they come off the bench, they come off with another one, and another one, and another one. These dudes will be playing somewhere else, but they had to come sit on the bench for this money. That's the change that did happen in college basketball. And no, you talking about the portal? No, it ain't just the portal. It's the money.
But a lot of them a lot of them will be coming by way of the portal for the money. So
Yeah.
it's still, that's why the mid-level schools this is what you wish for, but at the same time, it's not America. We wish for this. So this is what we want. You want, hey, let's get a shot at it. So now you're realizing it's legally these kids can get paid. So this is what happens now. It's no different, Howard, than you dumb it down to grassroots basketball. There are guys on the bench of those EYBL teams. You say bring them off the bench, bring off the bench, that could go and start for those independent teams and move the needle with them and get more option, would get more MPG, and would actually probably could get considerable amount of evals and offers than sitting on the bench. It happens every year. It has happened every year. But they would rather go and fall for the brand new sneakers or the sneaker boxes. It's something about the smell of shoes.
I mean, it's okay. It ain't no doom and gloom. I'm just telling y'all, when y'all be thinking these other coaches can coach, no, their ass can pay. Them schools can pay. If I got the best players and I'm going against Doug Jones and he don't have the best player, I'm going to beat Doug's ass. I'm just telling you. If I got 2 badass dudes at every position and Doug ain't got but the starting 5, I'm going to tear Doug a new head. So when y'all get to talking about, these guys can coach, these guys can coach, these guys can coach. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Well, okay. Yeah, hold up, I just got a text. What's it? I just got. Hey, see, I'm working, man.
What you got?
No, I can't
What
tell
you
you.
got? Want to give a shout out to Vernon Maxwell after going viral with Jackson and with the All the Smoke podcast. They have decided and worked him a deal to bring him on as part of the team.
Wow!
That's the perfect place. I mean, he got to fly. I think they based in California. I think though, Al. He got to fly over there maybe once a week, whatever they do the show.
Yeah,
they fly him over there.
Yeah, man, that's good.
Cut him a piece of bread. I mean, that is perfect for him. He get to twist him up, smoke him up one. Next. I mean, that's the perfect place for us to get paid for his basketball opinion. Is that spirit? He can talk how he normally talk. He ain't got to watch what he say. He can go, and they already have numbers as far as ratings with that particular show. So that's cool, man. Cool for Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes to reach and get Mad Max in there and give him a different angle from a different era of talking hoops. So I want to get at also. I don't know if you talked about it earlier, but somebody finally had, because I pay attention a lot of times, not as much as I used to, because I don't dwell on social media as much as I did yesteryear, and I really didn't dwell on there yesteryear. So I being more in control of my life and my thoughts and in my mental, because if you allow yourself to become a prisoner of social media, then you easily can lose your mental or some of your mental. Because what I mean by that is you'll get to thinking about stuff that somebody wrote or an opinion or somebody's think, or you spending too much time diving down rabbit holes, and whereas you done forgot to take care of you. So that's. But I noticed that somebody had the gall. I think it was Eden Thomas. I think he was a former media personality. He says the media made sure that everybody knew and saw the footage of when Michael Jordan's son got arrested, but barely covered when he opened his fourth free health clinic for uninsured and underinsured people.
You know I done covered that for 2 days. But you can talk about it from your point of view. No, talk about it from your point of view.
No, it's you already covered. Just that's applaud Eden Thomas for going in publicly.
Michael Jordan.
No, I'm talking about who said it. See, that's the thing. Adam, when these guys when they work for certain establishments, sometimes they're afraid to speak on certain topics because boss man might call you in.
But he don't work for nobody.
He don't work for nobody.
Yeah, that's why he's free.
Not at this time.
Yeah,
not at this time.
Yeah.
So.
But you ain't heard none of that. You ain't heard none of that from Shannon or Stephen A. Have you? About Michael Jordan opening these clinics?
I didn't watch it today.
Have you seen it on you watch mainstream media. I don't. Have you heard about it on mainstream media? No, it haven't been.
No, I didn't hear about it.
That's the point he was trying to make. Mainstream media is just not, I mean, they don't care about that. Jimmy, you got to understand, we got a guy trying to, they don't talk about that. Jimmy,
I get it that they don't care about it, but you easily can throw it out there on your way tossing to break.
Why wouldn't you talk about it? Tell me why wouldn't you? Michael Jordan, the most...
I'm talking about...
Michael Jordan, the most biggest figure in sports. The biggest figure in sports. He doing something that ain't no other athlete ever done. Not one, not two, not three, but 4 clinics for uninsured and underinsured people with administration that's coming on there trying to stop Medicaid for these same damn people, and don't nobody pick it up? Nobody? Shh. Come on, man. That stuff, Michael Jordan. And guess what? He don't never talk about if LeBron James did that. Nothing against LeBron. He would have had Spring Hill Entertainment talk about it. It would have been on the shop, the top, the grop. It would have been on everything. Michael just don't do it. And what he's doing is it's just unbelievable, man. Just call somebody down in Wilmington. Call somebody down in North Carolina, and they're going to tell you, oh, my God, yes, Robert, yes. It's real. And that's why I don't understand.
All 4 clinics.
2 in Wilmington, 2 in Charlotte. Huh? Yeah, the same size.
Are they the same structure?
I don't know. I don't know.
The same structure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Meaning that are all of them free?
Yeah,
all of them
everything is free.
Uninsured.
Yeah.
So if that concept has worked 3 times over, and you're on your 4th one, then why can't it work in another state? Why can't another person go get the blueprint and from MJ to say, oh, yo, hey, man, we see the thing. You rocking over there, man. I want, put me down.
That's what I said.
And of course, it's to be sold. It's to be sold, not told. But that doesn't prevent you from asking. Talking about guys that are in his
Jimmy,
in his loop.
You're repeating the same thing I said last week. 2 weeks. I think I broke this news about 2 weeks ago. But I got to go back in my notes and look at it. But you repeat, that makes sense to me. I'm wondering when Stephen Curry going to look at it. I'm wondering when LeBron going to look at it. I'm wondering when those type of guys, because they do philanthropic things all the time. So evidently that some was in Michael Jordan that made him. And Jimmy, what's so great about it is because they're trying to cut Medicaid off now since January. I mean, since we didn't vote, we went out there, people didn't vote for this fool and let this fool get in office. So it's very important now that people in those positions of power. But you're right. Why don't they? But see, everybody just don't think like that, Jimmy. That's think of you had your old grandmama down there in North Carolina. She can't get all her medicine. Jimmy, one of the first things that Trump did, you said, well, he clean. Well, what you talking about? I done found out they ain't trying to cut no cost. They're trying to move it around so the rich can get taxes better. That's what they're trying to do. But I sit there and watch, and I'm sitting there saying, first thing they do, what made them so mad that an old lady could get insulin for $35 instead of paying $600 and $1,000 for it? That's one of the first damn bills, executive orders he wanted to try to stop. Like, hold up, they getting, like, them poor people are getting something that they ain't supposed. I just don't understand that. All you people who like him and voted for him, explain to me why they capping insulin at $35 so them people can afford it. And they're getting sick and dying if they don't have it. That's one of the first damn acts that they tried to do. I said, what is, some people just ain't right, man. Some people just evil. I'm gonna put it like that. And that's why it's so important what Michael Jordan is doing at this time. That's why I talked about it last week. He said, man, I just now realize how we make too many excuses when things don't go our way. What is he talking about? Yeah, Michael Jordan, no, he ran the insulin prices right back up, Jimmy, why? Jimmy ain't been in office, but Jimmy, hold up. What make you sit over here? Me and you sitting over here. We got all this stuff we sitting up here. Man, let's just go figure out. That's not Disney. We don't want this dude to have nothing. We don't want this dude to have nothing. We don't want this dude to. That's what it seemed like to me. It just seemed like to me, man. I don't understand. Leave the old people alone. And hold up, the veterans, Jimmy, the veterans. But I didn't mean to go there. I done talked about it long enough, Jimmy. But I'm glad you're on the right. Go look that thing up and see what I'm talking about, man. That's some powerful stuff. But let's get us out of here, man. What else you got?
Indeed. That's what we got. Of course, is that's pretty much it in a nutshell. We are 3 days away from the how would I say it, the United States portion of opening day in baseball. So 3 days away for the United States. Hey, Mookie Betts, dude,
he lost some pounds.
He
lost a few pounds. He lost a few pounds.
Ain't a few.
Yeah.
He lost a few. Lost almost 25 pounds in 2 weeks, in a week and a half.
I haven't read it. What's significant about it? He might be sick.
78 of that stomach. It's stomach virus.
Oh,
so they're trying to keep it hush. You don't want to. If you say what you think it is too prematurely, then it can create,
Jimmy, they said the same thing about this boy Porzingis, and then he back playing again.
Oh, Mookie's gonna play, but man, it's the timing of it. You went over to Tokyo, and one thing about it, they interviewed him. I saw the presser.
I saw him too, but I didn't.
He didn't waste no time. He wasn't shucking and jiving.
What did he say?
He let them know. He said the plane ride was, well, of course, plane ride over there was one of the worst plane rides he ever had. Right? Then that's one thing. That means, of course, the turbulence or whatnot. You get over there. Somehow in the midst of between the plane ride and getting over there, you ate something and your stomach is not responding properly, and to the point where you got to lay it down. You can't leave the toilet. Bottom line, I'm just paraphrasing. He didn't say that. So then you realize that something ain't right because normally
He
this
said,
should be
every time
passed
I've
on
eaten,
through.
I've grown up. I can't keep nothing down. He
Yeah.
said, every time I've
So
eaten, I've
that means they
grown up.
put him on the plane to come on back to LA, and that plane ride made it worse. It was worse than the
Yeah.
first one. So that didn't help none.
You know, plane
And he
rides
just said
ain't good for.
horrible
Yeah, that's a good point.
when
Plane
you got a go and you're in the air, you got to sit in go and you got to come on back and sit down in your seat and you got to go some more. You know what I'm saying? So that was a horrible experience for him. But he just lost 23 pounds in a week to 7 to 10 days.
He'll put it back on.
Dude,
Come on, Mo. Love you, Bo. A
dude,
mysterious illness. That's the same thing they said about Porzingis.
they don't want to say. Trust me, they know what they suspect it is. Don't get it twisted. That means I'm thinking it's some type of parasite or some type of if they release it publicly now, it will spook too many people from either going over there or eating whatever they find out what he ate. One of the two. So so
Yeah, I'm worried
hopefully
about his health right now, man. That stuff, that's serious.
yes. And he's concerned about it, and that's the thing for his Mookie Betts. Now, I mentioned the Astros. They open up with the New York Mets. Siri comes back to town. He starts center field. But you know what? I've already moved my projections with the Astros. It's one of those things.
Hey, man, I don't want to hear that, man, because then when they get the winning, you're going to get to run in your damn mouth.
Well, yeah. But
I
I can't
know, so
see.
I don't want to hear all that. Woe is me.
I can't. It's too many new faces in the place.
What if those dudes can play?
That's what I'm saying. Time will tell. But then we don't have the whole group there. We got two starting pitchers that, like many people, that are the Dodgers as well. We got pitchers that are not going to be on the opening day roster. That's part of our. So but I do know one thing. There's a possibility that this 22-year-old rookie could be in the starting lineup for the Houston Astros. 22 years old.
Is he black?
Kid from H-Town.
Okay, good. Oh, I heard about him. He can play. What position he play?
They put him in. He play everything, but they put him in outfield, right field.
I go see him play.
He would take Tucker's spot.
You know what?
It's a possibility.
That season too long, so that's why I don't never get too excited about baseball until later. It's season too damn long for me. But Jimmy, I just saw something. You ain't said it. Maybe y'all got it. You and Doug got it. Your little boy, what's your little dude name? Austin. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Benigni.
Oh yeah.
He in the transfer portal from Army. He done got in the portal.
Hold on. But hold on? I thought when you go to those schools, it's a 4-year commitment.
Me too.
I mean, I just thought that I could be. Obviously, I'm dead wrong.
Me too.
I thought you had to go
No,
and do
me
your
too.
commitment first.
Me too.
Obviously, you don't.
Well, he got to
But
do
I
it at some
always
point,
said
Jimmy. You
to
don't
me-
have to purport immediately. You got to do it at some point, though. He gonna have to go. Last thing he done signed them papers. His ass got to go.
So if somebody in the military and they've been through that, can y'all in the boom boom room? Can you clarify when you go and play for one of those? Of course, most people they go to the academies, but then if they think you're good enough, you bypass the academy and you go straight to the real.
No, he was
team.
at Navy. He at Navy. I'm sorry, I said Army.
So he's at Navy
Uh-huh.
and played. So I'm just curious to see if anybody has clarity, provide some understanding about how that goes when you go to one of those military branches and play.
That's a good one.
In regard to the transfer portal.
I got something for you, Jimmy, right quick.
How many we got? We have a running total on the front of rcssports.com from the greater Houston area, players in the portal, and it will be updated again in the morning because I heard Orlando Harden.
Oh, I knew he was gone. Now, I could have told you that one. I knew that little boy wasn't going to never play for that school again.
Why you say that? What'd he do?
No, it wasn't him. that boy that wasn't going to never play for that them again. I can tell you
You
that.
said it wasn't him, so that means the coach wasn't gonna let him play.
No, Lando Horton don't want to. He probably fly over Prairie View instead of going through Prairie View. He didn't have a great experience there.
So it's him then. It's his decision.
No, how come he can't be the damn coach?
That's why I was asking you. So you saying?
I said he didn't have a great experience there.
Okay.
So he don't want to come back. I ain't said the coaches didn't want him back. I said he.
But the coach didn't. He didn't. I noticed his name wasn't in the box score in the SWAC tournament.
Go. I ain't gonna even talk about what I know on air. So I'll tell you off air.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but Jimmy, have you got any do you have any coaching portal stuff that you can tell us about? You got some coaching portals?
I mean, a lot of coaches weighing me out with the same stuff they do every year. Hey man, can you get me in? Can I talk to? Can you call Sean? He put in a word for me. And
Sean who? Sean who?
The University of Texas coach.
Oh, Sean. Okay. I'm sorry. I thought you said Sean instead of Sean. Okay. SHAWN. Them the guys I like. I don't like that Sean. Yeah, y'all can have that one. Bryce Matthews, Astros, what school he's from. Ah, man, come on. Lando Horton gone like a turkey through his corn. Hey, my homeboy gone too. My homeboy gone.
I think he's from Atascocita.
Who? Oh, the kid did? The baseball player?
Matthews, Atascocita.
But no. Let me see where else gone. Yeah, my boy from Alcorn, he got up out of there too. I can't stand you. I can't stand you, man. I can't stand you. That man, he going with the A-way again.
I swear to you.
Freightman talking about the A-way again. I thought you would have had some coaching portal news, man. Ain't nobody call you about Jay Lucas. Jay Lucas down there coaching already, man.
Yeah. That's what when he said he was going to leaving the bench, he was going out with his team. It's the portal. You got to reconnect with some of those guys. Yeah, basically, those guys are having a try. Basically, what they doing in Miami, Adam. Basically, a lot of those players are having a tryout for their spots for the next season. Yeah. So they're having an undivided. They got Jay Lucas undivided for about a week, and he's watching you and he's checking you out. Because already you're saying to yourself, well, I've already played against you guys twice this year. So might have done the scout once in one of those games. So he knows the rotation. Jay Luke, Duke, Miami, same conference. So let's not play around with this. So it's easier when you put it like that.
What? Damn, I got to get out of here. But give me your think about this. Jay Lucas left. Quantis White still coaching. What's the difference?
Well, Quantis explained himself. Quantis explained he didn't hear it. He recruited a lot of those guys that came in there, and in his heart, the culture that was built at U of H, he felt obliged to finish this on the bench with University of Houston. Okay, he felt this would a lot of those guys going to be going in the portal, and then at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if at least two of them would want to go and join Quantis White at Lafayette. Don't be surprised now, guys, when you hear this. At least two. Now, guess what? And I know one of them, I don't say I know. I would not. Well, I would be surprised if Coach Sampson blocked. Well, not say blocked, but say, nah, I need him. One of them. One of them, like, go, you take him. Go ahead on. You get him.
All I got to say. That's my second favorite team now. Louisiana Lafayette.
Well, I mean, it's understand.
That's one of my teams, man. That's one of my teams.
It's not an easy task, but they have everything he has everything he needs.
Jimmy, they got money, Mike. I'm there, coach. That's all right. You ain't even you know what? You ain't sharp as you used to be. Yeah, you the guy. Yeah. You've been in the hospital too much over there. You need to get you missed the whole damn. You missed the. I'm gonna have me some raising cages. Huh?
I talked about. Matter of fact, if you wherever you are, in 10 minutes,
Okay.
I'm on television
Okay.
on the Space City Home Network. So I mean, if you're out of town,
Mm-hmm.
the station, the channel, you got one of those Fire Sticks, the channel that gets the Houston Rockets basketball games or the Houston Astros baseball games, that channel, you look that up, I'm on that channel in about 10 minutes. You hear me talking about Michael
So it's taped.
Collins.
It's taped.
We tape it on Thursdays or Fridays.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then it comes on Saturday night on channel 39, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on this channel I just described to y'all. So it comes on 5 times a week. And I'm on from January, the beginning of January all the way to April.
Okay.
So I'm almost my season is almost up for that. My point is I'm talking about him, and I mentioned during this clip, I mentioned about him and Lafayette, and I mentioned during this highlights, it's going to be a lot of highlights on his 5 kids. I'll talk about on this episode, Quentin Sanders, Michael Collins, Trey Lewis from Grand Oaks. I'm trying to think. I mentioned 2 more young men, and these were among the finalists for the Guy V. Lewis Award. And
I forgot about that.
With Michael Collins, I mentioned something that you guys understand very, very important. And this is something that's factual. And that is, whenever a new coach, whoever his first pledge that he accepts, he's going to play that kid.
Absolutely.
Whoever his first pledge.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't play the first player that you taken a commitment from, then you're basically telling everybody that your eyeball ain't shit.
Yeah.
So you got to play you got to give him the opportunity. That don't mean you're going to play in conference time come around. Some kids can play themselves out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like Jared Harris did. Jared Harris had a 10-minute, 12-minute slot. And if he went out there, and what happened? What if Jared Harris went out there and win in state tournament mode, or act like he was playing against Jack Yates against those guys and go off for 5 or 6?
Coach, that's what they
changed.
got him for. They didn't get him to be there just to be there. They got him to play him. He just didn't do what he was. They got him to play him.
So people don't realize you get the opportunity. Now it's different if Jared Harris got there and didn't play at all. Now guess what? Now at the same time, if he's supposed to have red-shirted and didn't, that's some internal stuff.
Can I tell this story, Jim? See, they got me. I got to tell this story. What's so unique about Quantas White and Mike? Y'all, this stuff just didn't happen overnight. Jimmy, you remember U of H had the camp at U of H a few years back, right? And I came on here 2 years ago. I came over here telling y'all about what happened. Mike was in there playing against your boy. What's the big boy? The boy that went off to school to Mount Vernon and didn't play for TJ Ford. What's the big boy? The big boy. He played at one of them Klein school. What's the big cat? Played for TJ Ford. Went out of town to play.
I know. Talking about John Clark?
John Clark. They played against them.
He was. Oh, you said Montverde. That's what I'm thinking about. Montverde.
I'm sorry. So they played against them. They played them, right? So they was in that ball. Mike just destroying everybody in the gym, right? I'll never forget it. I went over there. Goldwire came and asked me, who is... No. This is what happened. Quantas White left for where him and Goldwire was at the half court and went to the end and started talking to Coach President. Right? Him and Goldwire sitting, you know how they sit at the desk and keep score, whatever they was doing. They went to... Then Quantas White started calling the coach. Mike kept killing. Right? So at halftime, I went and asked Goldwire. I said, why did Quantas go down there? I was nosy. He said, did you see what we just saw? I said, yeah. So guess what happens 2 minutes later, Jimmy? Coach Sampson, Kellen, both of them came in the gym, and they watched. After that game, guess what happened, Jimmy? They put Mike on the U of H. He could play with a school team. They put him on the U of H. They had their own little team. Put him on that team with Calvin Murphy and some little ball beating ass guard kept dribbling out the ball all day. I never forget. I don't remember the guy. But Quantis White saw something in Mike long time ago. So I don't know, stuff happened, but he had an eye on Mike long time ago, and now that relationship and he just grew and grew and grew, and that's what happened. It is what it is. So it wasn't like Quantis said, "Oh no," but you're right. He was the first guy to commit to him, and I think it's a great situation.
Well, and to add to that story, Quantis White also saw Michael Collins while he was first. He's probably saw Michael Collins more than any active college coach in the world.
Yeah.
Because he had to go over to the school. First it was Ramon Walker, right? And Mike Collins in the 9th grade, right? So you got to see him by default because you see, you didn't go there to evaluate. Some things you can't, when a person has that type of energy, that energy transfers over no matter what.
Good point.
And so you saw him then you saw him while you're recruiting Bryce Jackson. You saw him again. And then you see his body changing. Then you see, so that means now coaches start, and I tell you guys all the time, a lot of college coaches, when they're on these big staffs, a lot of them know that they have opportunities simmering on the stove. So they're going to say, you know what? I'm recruiting for me. This one here, I'm recruiting this one. I get this lick. I'm taking this dude with me. He might not be good enough for my boss. I like him right now, but my boss can't use him. So this one here, I'm gonna decide and stay elbow to elbow with this one right here. There's no young fella, and you never see it coming.
Yeah.
As a prospect.
Mm-hmm.
And some guys may not get the job, but they're still recruiting you because the opportunity is going to come for that gig.
That's a good point.
They know their agent is telling them. They know because they hear other stuff. They know what they're trying to get. Different guys, and this is what we're into right now. I'm telling you, my phone is filled with people that are trying to move around. So guess what? Some guys that might have been too good for SFA, they trying to get on the UT staff. Now that guy, you might can get their attention now. That's how this stuff goes. So my point is to you guys, as I close, be careful how you communicate or your lack thereof with these college coaches that are inquiring about you. I'm telling you what I know. A lot of them are like big fat ass elephants. I mean, they ain't gonna forget shit. They gonna remember when you shit on them. And then you're gonna try to come back and want to come back to the door and be like, nah, we good, partner. You didn't have the time to talk to me and just to answer 2 or 3 questions. A lot of these guys are on the clock with their bosses, especially the black assistant coaches. And that's a whole nother topic that we can dive into tomorrow, Adam.
We're gonna talk about it.
It's time for you guys to stop shitting on these black assistants.
Absolutely. And Jamie, and another one. And it's time for the black assistants to stop shitting on each other, too. We're going to keep talking. We're going to talk about both of them. Quit shitting on each other. I like that one.
I got a whole good sermon. They're gonna wear me out when I get to the Final Four now. When I get on this, y'all stay tuned. We got a whole topic for you guys tomorrow. It's time to slide on down Dino's back. I'm on T. Hey, I'm on T.
Let me go check it out. Since you're talking about Mike Collins,
your TV's on the Space City Home Network, which is AT&T Sports.
I know where it is, man. Come on, man. I got every channel on the man. All right.
And hey, go tape it with your phone. You see what I say about old Mike.
I'm finna tape. But let me get out of here so I can see it.
I'm gonna watch it myself right now.
All right.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the chop shop, we live in the chop shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the chop shop. We in the chop shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the chop shop. We in the chop shop, we live.